Genesis chapter 26. Go ahead and turn over there and we'll get started. Is the theme of the Bible the fact that, is the whole Bible about the fact that God died for you?
No.
No, the theme of the Bible, all throughout the Bible, is about two things. What are they?
Jesus Christ and his kingdom.
The kingdom, yes. And the kingdoms that we saw, the kingdom of heaven and the kingdom of God are the two kingdoms spiritually in the Bible. And I want to bring you back to the big picture of what we're looking at here in the book of Genesis. Why does God care about what was going on with Abraham? Well, because it deals with his kingdom and with his son. God cares about those things. So there's the kingdom of God, which is spiritual, right?
Right.
And there's the kingdom of heaven, which is physical, right? So, when this man was created, God gave him, quote unquote, dominion. Dominion is something that a king has. God gave him dominion over the spiritual kingdom of God and the physical kingdom of heaven. That was Adam. So he got both of those. Then Adam fell. Adam sinned, and God allowed him to maintain authority over the kingdom of heaven, but he did not get authority over the kingdom of God. Then, Adam dies. We go down the line. God gives somebody else authority over the kingdom of heaven. Who is that? Noah. He gives him dominion, and he gives him similar rules, but you don't see him have the reign over the spiritual kingdom of God like Adam had. And then we're going to, scooch forward. This kingdom of heaven is in control of Noah. And then God gives some promises to a man named Abram, right? And Abram maintains control of the kingdom. And it goes on down the line. His son Isaac is who we're talking about now, is in control of the physical kingdom of heaven, the kingdom on earth, the dominion over this earthly kingdom. Abram has it, then it's Isaac, then Jacob. Then it goes all the way down to a man, the greatest king that Israel had, who was David. Good. And then all this time, the kingdom of God, spiritually, I don't believe is together on this earth with any man. And then finally, when Jesus Christ comes back at the end of this age, Jesus was on the earth and we had the kingdom of heaven and the kingdom of God offered. He offered the kingdom to the Jews. He offered for them to have the kingdom that he promised them in the book of Daniel, and to Abraham and to David. He offered them that kingdom, and they rejected him. And he said, "O Jerusalem, Jerusalem, how oft would I have gathered thee as a hen gathereth her chicks, but ye would not." I wanted to give it to you. I wanted to gather you together. I wanted to bring you to peace, but you wouldn't have me. And God's not going to force his will on anybody, so he didn't force the Jews to believe and bring the kingdom back. By the way, sorry, after David, the kingdom splits and they fall to the Babylonians, and this kingdom of heaven is no longer in control of the Jews. God switches the timeline over to the times of the Gentiles. And the statue that we looked at here begins when the kingdom of heaven for the Jews ends. So we've got, this is going to be a different type of picture here, but this is a picture of the statue there, the head, the arms and chest, the belly and thighs and the legs and the feet. That begins the times of the Gentiles. The times of the Gentiles. Tug of war. And the kingdom of heaven is no longer in control of the Jews. And then in Jesus' time, when Jesus shows up, he says, from the days of John the Baptist, that's 6 months before Jesus is born, from the days of John the Baptist until now, the kingdom of heaven suffereth violence.